It's 10 totally random trivia questions from a fellow trivia host. This is Trivia with Buds. What it be, and welcome to another episode of the Trivia with Buds podcast. I'm your host, Ryan Buds. Thanks for checking out the show. Thanks for leaving iTunes reviews and telling a friend or a trivia teammate or somebody you know that loves pop culture and information to listen to this show. We've put out almost, 1,800 episodes of this show. On every topic you can imagine, just search Trivia with Buds and any topic on Google, and you'll find an episode of the show that you'll dig. And I had a listener reach out to me the other day asking, hey, I'm trying to start my own trivia night. Do you have any tips on how to talk to business owners and bars to get that going and stuff like that? And I always tell people, I always reference the episode. It's from 2017. Jim Fields and I talk for a good hour about all the different facets of hosting trivia for a living. So go search that. It's called How to Host a Trivia Night. And if you search that on Google, or my Libsyn page, How to Host a Trivia Night, Trivia with Buds, you'll come across this fun interview. And Jim Fields has been doing it ever since as his big side hustle as the Askin Nebraskan in Nebraska. So you can do that too, get some tips in there. And if you listen to that episode and you still have questions about something specific, just email ryanbuds@gmail.com. Today's episode, 10 random questions from a trivia host who sent these to me. I cannot remember who sent them to me because I printed out this email and it has no information on it. It just says Trivia for Buds. So my apologies if you're listening and you sent these to me. I forgot who to give credit to. Before we do that, we're going to introduce a new intro game here. We're done with the Family Feud Blockbuster Showdown cards. These are Where Am I, Who Am I, What Am I cards from a game called Smartass. And it's a fun party game, and you have to try and guess different things. So we'll kick off with a Where Am I? I'll give you 10 clues that will reveal more information, so you can kind of pause this and try and guess what it is. Where am I? I am a famous tourist attraction. I look like a construction site. You can see the entire capital city from my top. I was finished in 1889. When unveiled, my looks were controversial. I am synonymous with romance. I am over 1,000 feet tall. I am named after my builder. The city in which I stand starts with a P. Where am I with the initials E.T.? All right, the answer there, the Eiffel Tower. Where am I? The Eiffel Tower. That's where I was. And thanks for playing along. We're going to jump into our episode on 10 totally random questions from a random trivia host right now. Here we go. All right, it's Trivia for Buds from a fellow trivia host. Question number 1, history is the category. The first time the federal government collected income tax, they did so to fund what war? Number 1. Number 2 is the category of leisure and video games. What famous classic video game's main theme song was based on a 19th century romance between a peddler and a girl where they haggle over goods as a way of flirting? Number 2. Number 3, animals in nature. What is the product of a male zebra and a female horse called? What is the product, the offspring of a male zebra and a female horse called? Number 4, geography. The region of South Carolina along the coastal plain that includes the Sea Islands and Charleston is a distinct geographic and cultural area commonly called what? Distinct geographic and cultural area, region of South Carolina along those areas. What's that called? Number 5, food and beverage. What well-known fruit has been considered a universal symbol of hospitality for centuries? Number 6, science. It is possible for two pieces of the same metal to actually fuse together if they touch in outer space. This occurs because the atoms of both individual bits do not know that they belong to different pieces of metal, so they join together. This process does not happen on Earth because there is always air or water separating the pieces. What is this process called? Number 7, multiple choice. Dr. Seuss once wrote and released an adult book featuring illustrations of nude people. What was the name of this book? Was it The Seven Lady Godivas, Seven Lovely Ladies, or Seven Lonely Men? Number 8, animals in nature. What's the name of the tallest type of grass in the world? Number 9, sports, including 2022 with eight, what NBA team currently has the longest active streak of consecutive seasons in the postseason? Including 2022 with 8, what NBA team currently has the longest active streak of consecutive seasons in the postseason? And number 10, the song Respect. Oh, the category is music. Music for number 10. The song Respect was made famous by Aretha Franklin. However, she did not write or originally perform the song. Just 2 years prior, what male soul singer wrote and released the original version of Respect? Two bonus questions here. Number 11 on music. What rock band that gained popularity in the 80s and 90s was involved in a fire during a 2003 show at the Station nightclub in Rhode Island, resulting in the death of 100 people? And number 12 for entertainment, the 2010 romantic comedy How Do You Know was a box office bomb despite Reese Witherspoon, Owen Wilson, and Paul Rudd in starring roles. The film is more known for being the final role of what legendary actor before he retired? Those are all your questions, 12 of them from a trivia host. We'll jump into the answers after this. We are back with the answers to Trivia for Bud, sent to me from a good pal that I cannot remember. Number 1, history. The first time the federal government collected income tax, they did so to fund the Civil War. Number 1, Civil War. Number 2, leisure and video games. What classic video game has a main theme song that was based on a 19th century romance between a peddler and a girl where they haggle over goods as a way of flirting? That's Tetris. Is that Tetris? Number 3, animals and nature. What is the product of a male zebra and a female horse called? A zorse. Never heard of it, but a zorse is a zorse. Number 4, geography. The region of South Carolina along that coastal plain that includes the Sea Islands and Charleston is a distinct geographic and cultural area commonly called the Low Country. Low Country. I'm not too far from there. Maybe I'll go visit the Low Country this summer. Number 5, food and beverage. What well-known fruit has been considered a universal symbol of hospitality for centuries? Pineapple. I've read that before because it was really hard to get one. You had to go to an island, and if you had one, it meant that you went on quite the trek for somebody. Number 6, science. We're talking about cold welding for metal touching in outer space. That's called cold welding. Number 7, multiple choice. Dr. Seuss wrote an adult book with nude people. It was A, Seven Lady Godivas. So the first choice there, not Seven Lovely Ladies or Seven Lonely Men, Seven Lady Godivas. Number 8, animals and nature. What is the name of the tallest type of grass in the world? Bamboo. Bamboo, considered a grass for that question. Number 9, sports, including 2022 with 8. What NBA team currently has the longest active streak of consecutive seasons in the postseason? Boston Celtics. The Boston Celtics. Number 10, music. The song Respect was made famous by Aretha Franklin, but was written and released 2 years earlier by Otis Redding. Otis Redding. And for music, what rock band, who has actually played Trivia with Buds, believe it or not, at Lordsburg Tap House in Laverne, California, where we start again on June 14th after 2 years off. We're starting back at Lordsburg Tap House with my good friend Sean McMahon. If you want to go play, check out the website. It'll be 8 to 10 p.m. every Tuesday night in Laverne, California, starting June 14th. The band was Great White, who unfortunately had a fire at a show in 2003 where 100 people died in Rhode Island. They had a lot of great songs, and I played some of their songs when they were at the trivia night a couple years back. It was pretty cool. And number 12, entertainment. The 2010 romantic comedy How Do You Know was a box office bomb despite having Reese Witherspoon, Owen Wilson, and Paul Rudd. And it was the last role for what legendary actor before he retired? Jack Nicholson. And I didn't know that. I guess I didn't know Jack Nicholson was completely retired. I thought he still did stuff, but he is getting up there. He's 80-something. Jack Nicholson, last role, How Do You Know? And I vaguely remember that movie title, but I don't know anything about it or why it flopped. But if you like that movie, you're in a small group, I guess. There you go. Here's your fact of the day. It is about silkworms. Approximately in 2000, silkworm cocoons are needed to produce 1 pound of silk. There you go. Thanks for listening. Thanks for telling a friend. Thanks for sending me trivia questions. And we'll see you next time for more Trivia with Buds. Cheers.